So again, I was in a small motorcycle accident on Wednesday. That's why I don't look my best right now, but wanted to still do this live stream with you guys and show you the G2. This is our marketing G2. I'll give you the quick version of what I just did. This is our marketing van, hand painted by Ivan Montoya, a Detroit artist who's been nationally recognized. So that's the mural that you see hand painted on here. We can fully wrap the vehicles with some different sort of nature-oriented grounded artwork if you choose that, or you can just go with a white or a black. This G2 is built on the what is now called the Chevrolet, GM Chevrolet Bright Drop. It's a fully electric cargo van with 270 miles of range. We have frequently gotten above 300 miles of range, just depends on how fast you drive. If you keep it under 65 miles an hour on average, you can really get above that 270 mark. So going back inside, what I was just explaining when we realized that the audio was cut off is that all the doors are sliding. So the passenger door, driver door, and the garage door in the back, they're all sliding, so there's no clearance issues. So if you're, this is an artifact of this van being designed as a delivery van, but it actually has some nice features for camping, because if you're near rocks or trees, there's no sort of clearance issue of opening doors. This is the standard jump seat that's installed by GM. Because it's a delivery van, we actually we optionally replace this with a much more comfortable passenger seat for your road trips. So that's something we can do. In terms of the infotainment front console system, the vehicle is fully equipped with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So you've got those really nice features for your navigation, music, all your phone apps. You also have all your sort of advanced safety features, blind spot indicators, you can actually show 360 camera, backup camera, all that good stuff. So it also has some automated lane centering stuff if you're sort of veering out of your lane and kind of catch you. So it's got all the good safety features. Another artifact of the delivery van is that it has this partition door. We typically will wrap the door, and we can also wrap this sort of exposed metal area with a nice vinyl color of your choice. The nice thing about this door, again, for the RV product, is as a security feature. So even if somebody, if you had your van parked overnight, you had your valuables inside, even if somebody broke into this front cab area, if you have this partition door locked, you can see how sort of heavy duty this latch mechanism is. So this is actually a great sort of feature for your RV, where this is going to give you a bunch of additional security for everything that you have stored in the back. And then when we come backwards, you can see our sort of brand new interior with these, with this sort of red birch material, and then these really nice green accent handles on all of the cabinetry. You can also see that we've gone with sort of a nicer looking countertop material. So first we'll show the shower. So this is our indoor wet bath, removable shower nozzle. The door slides like this. You'll see in the garage area there's a toilet. We offer 3 choices of toilets, but all of them are standalone sort of independent toilet systems. So you can choose the dry flush toilet, the composting toilet, or the cartridge toilet. And in any case, there's no black water tank. Because this van has the dry flush, it can actually be fully removed. So right now it's sitting in the back, which we'll show you in a bit. This is the kitchen. You've got your sink here, which can do cold water and hot water. We have a hot water heater that's fully electric. This is an induction stove, obviously also fully electric, 2 burner. We have some different kitchen options. So if you want a smaller kitchen, and you want a portable, not permanently mounted induction stove, that is an option as well. This is a Dometic fridge, pretty standard for an RV. We can also do bigger refrigerators if you want more space for that. Lots of storage space sort of underneath the kitchen area here. And more storage space and more storage space. Big cabinet here. This one's actually a closet. It has a closet bar inside, so you can hang clothes. You got overhead storage. Behind you, Nick, is a microwave module. The cool thing about our modular system is that there's a lot of optionality in all of this. So if you don't, if you don't want certain things, or you want the smaller version, like I said, the smaller version of the kitchen. If you want more overhead storage, there's room for more overhead storage. If you want things on sort of like switch sides, when we work with you on the design process and the customization process, those are all things that we can walk through. So back here, this is a seating area. So you can see, you could really comfortably seat 4 people sort of around this area here. Really nice working space. This desk folds down. I only have one arm, so I'm not going to try to demonstrate right now, but this is a nice area whether you're working, whether you're eating, just having a conversation, having coffee, tea in the morning. I was out in Denver in Rocky Mountain National Park about a week and a half ago in this van, and it's really, really amazing just to wake up in the morning. You have these beautiful wide windows, see the park in the background, cook up some eggs on the stove there, have your morning coffee, sit here, enjoy the view, get some work done if you want to do that, read a book. Really, really nice experience. And speaking of the windows, these windows open up like this, so you can sort of just sit here, get some fresh air while you're cooking, get some fresh air. We also have some storage space underneath the benches, as you can see. So lots and lots of storage space. Tends to be an important feature just for all your gear. What else can I tell you? On speaking of using our laptop and working, we have I'll talk about the roof for a second. We have a flat-mounted high-performance Starlink dish on the roof. That's also optional, but it is the high-performance flat-mounted dish, which means that it is always functional. You don't have to take it down and set it up somewhere. It's just permanently affixed to the roof, and it's the sort of highest performance version of the dish. It also works in motion. So, while you're driving, your passenger could be in the passenger seat with their laptop or their phone, and in the middle of nowhere with no phone service, and you could have high-speed internet while the vehicle is in motion, which is pretty awesome. There's also 1,000 watts of solar on the roof, so a full kilowatt of solar, which is a ton of solar power. And we also recently launched an awning feature that's optional as well. So if you want an awning off the side of the vehicle, we can do that too. The bed, this is a RV queen, so just 2 inches shy of a true queen size bed. Very comfortable, very comfortably can sleep 2 people. And yeah. What else can I say? Height inside the vehicle. So I am 5'9", and you can see how much room I have above my head here. By the way, the reason that the ceiling gets shorter in the back is because of that garage roll-up door. It just needs a place to go, but that's really just above the bed. So this whole area where you're cooking and showering and reaching your overhead storage, you've got your maximum height here, which is just over 6.5 feet tall. So for all you tall people, this is one of the taller interior camper vans, Class B camper vans that is out there. Underneath the bed, let's go to the back. Half underneath the bed is storage space from the rear, which I'll show you now. The other half of under the bed is our utility modules, such as freshwater tank, house battery, heat pump for the HVAC in the back, those sorts of things. So this is the garage area under the bed, the storage area under the bed that I was just talking about. You can put your suitcases, you can put your wet gear, whatever it is here. And this is the toilet that I mentioned. This is a dry flush toilet. So completely independent system. You can see the foil bag. So the way that this works is there's a little motor in it, and it basically vacuum seals that bag. You can do, I think, 14 flushes with a single bag. It just keeps vacuum sealing in sections, and then you throw out the bag in the trash. Like I said, we have 2 other toilet options too, either composting or the cartridge that you pull out of the side of the vehicle. I'll talk about the electrical system for a second. So The vehicle battery is a 173 kilowatt hour, high voltage vehicle battery. And we separately add a 10 kilowatt hour house battery, which is one of those utilities under the bed. And the house battery is what powers all the interior electronics. So your lights, your hot water heater, the HVAC heat pump that we put in the cabin area, the Starlink, all those things. The house battery can charge in 3 different ways. It charges from the 1,000 watts of solar on the roof. It charges from the vehicle battery. So every time you turn the vehicle on, the vehicle will charge the house battery at about 250 watts, which is small enough that it's really just going to top off a bit and it's not going to take away too much of your vehicle range. And then the third way that the house battery can charge is from this shore power adapter, which is on the other side right here. So just like with other RVs, you can plug in your shore power adapter here to directly charge the house battery. And then speaking of exterior charge ports, this is your vehicle charge port. So this is a CCS charger to charge the actual vehicle battery. Big news, GM just announced, what was it, maybe 2 days ago, that they have now released their Tesla NACS adapters. So everybody, all of us and all of our customers have been waiting a long time for this announcement. Oh, got a little crazy with the gimbal there. So it seems that you can now charge these vehicles at Tesla superchargers. You're just going to need that adapter, which we're going to start providing our customers. If you're not familiar, there's pretty much 2 types of EV charging. There's CCS for fast charging, CCS, which is what you see here, and then there's Tesla NACS. So there's basically Tesla, and then there's everybody else with CCS. So now with an adapter that you plug in here, you'll be able to charge at a Tesla supercharger station, which is amazing because Tesla has the most robust and reliable EV charging network in the world. So that's big news. This is your water fill up. So this is how you fill up the water tank. We generally do a 26-gallon freshwater tank. We can go bigger than that if you want. We've had customers go up to 50 gallons, so that's something that we can do. We got our windows, and then the last thing on the exterior is just, we also include this outlet here, so if you want to plug in a speaker or an exterior light, or a tool or something like that, that's to do that. We also have the Grounded Plus app, which I will show you here. And we're constantly making improvements to this app, but you can see sort of the house battery level, the fact that it's charging right now from solar, the water tank levels, and then you can see every individual appliance, which ones are on, which ones are off, how much power they're using. You can see Starlink here is right now using 114 watts. You can turn things on and off from the app. We're working with a GM. We're working on a GM integration to pull vehicle range into the app too. So a lot of good stuff happening there. One other thing I wanted to mention is that in terms of bed options, this is the permanently affixed bed. So it's sort of permanently here. You don't have to worry about making it or unmaking it, which is nice. We do also now offer like basically a bench style bed that's sort of like the bench seating here that you saw in front of the bed, where the bed is would basically be a booth. So you can sit, you can eat, you can work during the day, and then the table essentially would drop down at night and you turn it into a bed. So that's also an option. The pro is that you get more space. The downside is you have to make and unmake the bed, twice a day, every day. So really just kind of a personal preference thing. The vehicle also comes in 2 sizes. This is the Zevo 600. It's 24 feet long exterior. There is also the Zevo 400, which we did in the last live stream. You can find on our YouTube page, which is 4 feet shorter. So if you want something that's a little bit smaller, that's an option as well. They're both the same width and they're both the same height. So it's really just that 4 feet of exterior length difference. They're about the width of a normal parking spot. So both vehicles can sort of fit in a normal parking spot, but this one will stick out lengthwise. So if you want something that can really more so fit in a normal parking spot, the 400 might be for you. So I think that's a general overview of the G2, and now we'll take questions.
Yep. So put your questions in the chat, guys. We'll read them out and get some answers from Sam. Let me have a look here. Why is the cab not included in the camper space with swivel seats like many other camper vans?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we'll show you why. So this sort of wall here, and there's a similar one on the other side, are actually structural in nature. So we can't remove this basically, and so the partition door could be removed, but in terms of the actual walls behind the seats, because of the whole sort of crash integrity and safety aspect of the cabin and the way this vehicle was designed, we can't remove those walls. And so there's really no feasible way to do swivel seats like you might see, in a Mercedes Sprinter. Again, the silver lining of this, and sort of the good part about it, is from a security perspective. The ability to lock this partition door is actually really nice. But that's the reason why, why there's not the option to do those swivel seats.
Cool. And then we've got one from Green Rita asking about Starlink subscription at $99 a month, or has it increased?
So there's different levels of Starlink subscription, and it just depends which one you want. The one that comes by default with this flat high-performance dish is one of the higher, or I think the highest Starlink subscription price at $250 a month. And again, that's because it's priority, it works in motion, and it's sort of the highest performing subscription option that Starlink offers. Now, with this dish, with this flat high performance dish, you can get one of the lower tier subscriptions, but you're going to be giving things up like the in motion functionality and just some of the performance in general. But that's certainly an option to change to a lower price subscription.
All right, and then one from Keith here: does solar charge the vehicle battery?
So solar doesn't charge the vehicle battery directly. Solar charges the house battery. Number one, it wouldn't be very effective to charge the vehicle battery from solar. Like I said, the solar on the roof is about 1 kilowatt. The vehicle battery is 173 kilowatt hours. And so even if you had, 8 hours of desert sunshine, you can see how you're not going to generate a meaningful amount of vehicle range from the solar array. But you will generate a very meaningful, you can almost fully recharge the house battery every day just from solar if you're somewhere sunny. That being said, if you're in a pinch and you want to plug the vehicle battery into one of the outlets to basically discharge the house battery to the vehicle battery, you can do that. You can charge the vehicle directly from the house battery.
Couple more from Green Rita here. One, just a comment about the updated refresh and saying the very bright additional adaptations are great. And then if you head in towards the bed, so there's a comment here from Rita also saying, will she has to rig a bed extension for her partner at 6'4"? So I can answer that. I'm actually 6'5" myself, so this is an RV queen, and basically it feels the exact same as my own kind of queen bed at home. So at 6'4", I'm sure he's used to sleeping a little bit curled or diagonally, but this bed's totally comfortable for taller people too. And then if we head around to the back, one more from Derek here is just talking about coming in late. Why is there a toilet under the bed right now, Sam?
Yeah, so we're just demonstrating how it's removable. So we would ship it sort of in the shower, wet bath, but it's a dry flush toilet, so you can move it, you can stow it away if you're not using it. It's a fully independent system. We don't do black water tanks. The dry flush just vacuum seals the bags and you throw them out in the trash.
All right, I think that's wrapping up. Put any more last second questions in the chat and we'll answer them, but this is your last